Oh, shit. Whoops. Yeah, hey everyone. Oh, I gotta adjust this webcam. I need to tone down my volume a bit. There we go. This webcam is like that sometimes. Alrighty. So tonight I'm not gonna go for 5 hours. I'm just putting that out there. I'll go for like 3. I'll go till 8 o'clock. I think it's fair. Because yeah, that was an insane amount of streaming. That was an insane amount of insane amount of streaming I did on Tuesday. It's all to make up for not having a stream on Wednesday, and I might do a double tomorrow. I haven't quite decided yet. Let me make sure battle.net's closed. Okay, Battle.net, you're gone. You're dead, Battle.net. I'm gonna let the stream breathe for a second while things get going. Skip to time mark. I don't even know if this ends up on YouTube or if you're watching the VOD. Today, we're gonna go with my sorcerer again. My Aetherite sorcerer. And we are gonna go hunt down the Ashes of Malmoth Nemesis spawns. Now, I don't have all of them yet. The Reaper of the Lost, I think it's called, for Barrowhelm. We need to pick that up. Need to unlock that one. But I can go fight Gravathol, Alexander, and Kuba. Hey Raiden, and God, I'm so sorry. Why am I in Devil's Crossing? Yeah, don't know why I rolled that location to start with.
Safe storage, no questions asked.
Nothing looks different. So yeah, couple changes I can point out. Oh, you're fine, Raiden. Thank you for coming though. Since this would probably come up, one of the tiny buffs they have is a increases armor by 10% to Vindictive Flame. So if Vindictive Flame up, our armor goes up significantly. And I also swapped a Arcane Heart Powder that I had on my amulet for the Survivor's Ingenuity. That gives us much more OA and a good bit more DA. And I don't think I actually swapped anything out otherwise. That's the only change since Tuesday. I'm sort of letting the stream fill out, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, before I actually hop onto this. Because I have something I want to show off. The only thing... Oh, the other thing I changed. I got a Seal of Corruption together. Slapped it on his Warpfire. So Seal of Corruption has a change to its ability, in that it has a minus 8% lightning and aether resistance debuff for enemies. So while this hits enemies, not only do we get a fairly good dot, like 3k on a dot for aether and lightning, that's actually not bad for a freebie dot. It also lowers attack and casting speed. Hey, Clone at Work. So we have these debuffs that we can apply with this. But also, we get some damage bonuses to 3 damages that are now on Aether Ray. And 3% OA. So my OA went from like 27, I think it was, on Tuesday to 29. My armor is actually way higher. Way higher. Like, I actually think they maybe changed some stuff in the last little update they did. Because his armor is actually much higher than it was when I made these changes, because I made these changes yesterday when I had a little free time. So yeah, the cool thing I have for today, I don't have food, but I have this Virgil's Real Cola. And this is a company that does like microbrewed soda pop, and like root beer. They have a thing they call Dr. Battero, which is essentially a Dr. Pepper ripoff. They have a root beer, like I said, and those are okay. But this Real Cola is absolutely delicious. It's also caffeine free, so I can actually have it this late in the day and not have to worry about falling asleep later. It also looks like I'm indulging in alcohol on stream. So yeah, here's what's in this. It's carbonated water and some cane sugar. So it's not high fructose corn syrup, which means it's that soft, sweet taste. Decaffeinated cola nut, clove bud oil, vanilla, caramel color, cinnamon, nutmeg, cassia oil, orange and lemon oils, lime juice, phosphoric acid. So this is essentially like, and it tastes much like what you would expect from cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg, orange, and lemon. Like it's got like a bit of a, it's not a nip to it, but it's got that like earthiness to it with the citrus. It's really good. So I will be indulging in that throughout the stream tonight. Yeah, Alexander. We'll get to him. I think I'm going to shoot for Kuba first, because he would be just outside the store, hopefully. We'll get to Alexander, but he, all you have to do with him is learn his meteor. Once you learn, like, the timing on the meteor, you'll be fine. It'll also be me kind of showing off the retuning that's happened in these areas. Because the enemies, they sort of tone down their damage a bit. It's not like it's way easier. Hey, Dickie. It's not like it's a way easier, obviously. But I mentioned this the other day, that the curve feels more natural going through Ultimate now into the X-Pack content. It's a really good improvement. Yeah, because his meteor is essentially, you know, portable suitcase nuke. And yeah, he does a lot of damage with the nuke. Oh, did they make it good? Hey, Jen. Because I saw you complain about it a bit. So did they actually, like, overpower it now? Wait. I don't understand that sentence. I showed it today on stream tomorrow. Also, Jin, your emotes are getting more and more on point. And I salute you for that. I wish I was partnered so I could have my own set of emotes. Beyond the 3 that are still working their way through approval. Oh, you mean that thing. Okay, so this is kind of funny. But I'm sure you showed it on stream. So Dickie's character has, what's the ability again? Burning Void. And Burning Void is you get it off of one of the seals, and it's a proc now. It used to be an activated ability. The fuck? I don't need that. But does that say it's a quest item still? I don't know why it's dropping. Weird. But he had it as a skill. And because he had it as a skill, it's actually on his skill bar, and it procs way more than it should. Oh, by the way, I'm actually getting closer and closer to partner. Like, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it, actually. But I'll mention this. I'm something like, if I can get 30% more average viewership, I might be able to make partner. Which is why I'm going to be playing a lot more Grim Dawn over other games, like I have been doing lately. But I'm going to stick to games that I know will get more viewership, just to push trying to get partner. I don't know why I grabbed that. Oh yeah, I remember that dialogue. Like, there's one dialogue where it's like, "Oh, they're in the basement. They're resting up," and that's when I kind of started to suspect something going on in Barrowhelm. Where they're like, "No, don't you worry your pretty little head about this. They're fine," and I'm like, "Why would they do this?" And I learned that they're, you know, they're a Hannibal Lecter fan club, and they take it way too seriously. I have to remember that I'm not playing a real tank, and I have to actually activate defensive abilities. So I can't take a sip of my delicious cola. I don't know exactly how I want to refer to this stuff. Because if I say real cola and call it cola, then it's like, it's just weird sounding to me. But if I say pop, like I normally do as a Michigander, like, people may not understand why I call that pop. Yeah, that can happen with those. I'm not too worried about them. These crabs. So how is everyone tonight? My finger slipped and I used an energy potion accidentally. I'm gonna gotta use him somehow on this guy. High five! Yeah, I'm pretty tired too, Jin. I'm happy tomorrow's Friday. I'm more tired because I hung out with my friend yesterday. And even though I like hanging out with my real life friends, interacting with people is incredibly exhausting to me. Oh, not Sam. Like, oh god, it's big and red! Oh, nope, not him. You gotta love like a 200 increase in your armor, right? Actually, my friend, I'm actually gonna go to the comic book store he works at tomorrow, cause I don't know if I should sell this story. It's kind of a funny story, that's also a little, I don't know, it's probably too personal. But yeah, it's gonna sound funny to say I'm obligated to go buy magic cards tomorrow. But I'm kind of obligated to go get packs of magic cards tomorrow. His store got up the level from distributors. They were like advanced, now they're advanced plus, so they get more product if they say they want their allocation. So they got a lot in for the latest set, Iconic Masters. And not to go into the specifics, but it, like, they didn't realize they were getting that much in, and it honked off his boss a bit. To the point where he's like, oh, I think we need, like, I need to move X amount of this stuff, or it's trouble. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go in tomorrow, and I'm just gonna buy a bunch of cards off him. Oh yeah, Raiden. I should probably go over it, shouldn't I? By the way, I'm on the new patch still, and I'm guessing this is an error. I might go talk about it. Hey, Sakuragi. So yeah, Albrecht's Aether Ray. They reduced the energy cost scaling in ultimate ranks. They increased the fire damage scaling across all ranks. And on Disintegration, as you can see, it is now lightning damage instead of vitality damage. And they added electrocute damage to it. So they just made Aether Ray deal more damage for a little lesser cost. And in case you're wondering, now Tainted Power turns the lightning damage into vitality damage, so you can still run Chaos, Vitality, Fire on the beam. So this means Sorcerers, Druids, and Inquisitors, and Mage Hunters all can utilize Albrecht's Aether Ray much better. Much easier, and it's much stronger. And yeah, I'm running a massive amount of crit damage combined with it, with some things that reduce fire and lightning resistance. And obviously this, you know, Arcane Bomb is amazing for it now. The Sorcerer, I think, needs to run Time Dilation to keep a mirror up. I got some defensive stuff. I actually think it's not that bad because a lot of the Aether, like, a lot of the gearing you're doing for Aether Ray on a Necromancer, on a Spellbinder, is very, very Aether focused. Like, almost singularly Aether focused. And some of the gear is actually Vitality focused, but that I think is almost irrelevant. I think it's going to run fine for the Spellbinder. I haven't actually played it with the Spellbinder. I just wanted my Sorcerer back. So I've just been playing him for my Aether Ray guy. You mean Gravathol clone at work? So Gravathol. I check my phone real quick. Gravathol is a new Nemesis spawn for the Chthonics. The reason they put him in is because the Ethereal Vanguard is essentially a new set of Ethereals. So they put a new set of Chthonics in with a new Nemesis. So now technically there are two Aether Nemesis, Valdarin and Alexander, and there are two Chthonics, Benjar and Gravathol. Gravathol's a badass. Like, he's probably the hardest Nemesis spawn in the game. So yeah, Albrecht's Aether Ray actually deals, like, damage now. I still think Cadence deals more damage, but Albrecht's actually does what you think it should do. It actually, like, punches through enemies like crazy. Hey. That is some tasty pop. I don't even really drink pop anymore. I have it on occasion because it's essentially just carbonated sugar water, and it's incredibly bad for you. But on occasion, it's fine. Yeah, pretty much. And I guess you could say it is worse for the Necromancer, because the Necromancer does get Vitality-related gear, but it's not that big a deal because I think there's enough Elemental-related stuff. And oddly enough, there's a lot of, like, Elemental converted to Aether gear. And I actually think that's a better option in the long run than... Because you would take that lightning damage and turn it into Aether damage than just having straight up Vitality damage. Also, if anyone thinks I'm dealing too much damage to things, remember, this character's heavily geared towards Albrecht's Aether Ray. He's got it at 26, 16, 22, 12 on both parts. That's substantially high damage, like, and it's a substantial investment. I'll go kill Silvaria real quick. It's always been like that. Locksmere has always had a not 100% spawn rate. Which means that his not 100% dropping a dagger rate is also worse. Compared to other MIs. Luckily his MI is like very specific in what it does. I think it's like execution bonuses. Ah. Yeah, also to go over it again, this is the new casting system as well. Not really Gilstein. I started a half hour ago. I started a little early today. I'm gonna shoot for a shorter stream than Tuesdays.
Hi there.
Thank you for the follow, Nix. I actually wish he spawned every time you started up. Hey, Never Memo. Because his stuff is one of the more obnoxious to farm. Just in my opinion. What comment? To tell an honest truth, I actually don't read names on comments a lot. Sometimes I'll just go by. Ooh. A lot of times I just go by their icon to know who's talking. So sometimes it could be someone who's kind of a regular in here, and it's like, oh, I commented on your video, thanks for the answer. And I'm like, okay, you're welcome. And I'm like, I don't know what his comment was. I don't know what my answer was. Okay. I'd say Aether is working out pretty well right now. I don't know how big the buff is, but Drain Essence is getting a buff. Xantai actually linked the actual changelog text in the last stream on Wednesday. Oh, by the way, for anyone that didn't see it, Xantai did actually show up in my chat on Tuesday. Isn't there a stump like right there and I'm not seeing it? I'm just going to check the center of this area to make sure Kuba's not in it. And then I'll... I don't know. Yeah, Senpai finally noticed me. I mean, he actually said he's been in my chat before, so now I actually have to be kind of careful with what I say. Specifically about how Grim Dawn sucks now. Yeah, I said it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I hope he comes back too so we can ask him, like, oh, when's the patch coming out? Oh, is X ability getting a buff? Oh, is X ability getting a nerf? Oh, are you going to do something for the Death Knight? We can ask those questions over and over and over again. Oh yeah, let me look, Never Memo. I'll look at your question real quick. I also just haven't answered my... Like, today, I haven't actually answered questions, to my knowledge. Oh, I did answer questions on this video. Oh, okay. About the fix you've shown us for flashbang and other CLOE walk. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll just point that out real quick. See, like I said, I have... As soon as I answer questions, it's just... Hey, Sarah. So, yeah, it's... Like, okay, I have my cursor up here where my bug is. And it's like...
It's your funeral.
Thank you for the host, Skipper. And welcome to his viewers. I don't have my current sorcerer build up yet, Monkey, because I can't update Grim Tools with this, because Grim Tools isn't doing the new patch yet.
Can't do that.
So yeah, this is awesome. And if I were to bind Flashbang here, I don't... No, we don't walk at all with it. Or no. Yeah, we do have to walk and shift throw. We do have to shift throw for Flashbangs. Just putting that out there. Unless you have a target for that. Yeah, I do all my rep work on Ultimate. Where am I walking right now? Now, I don't know if you'll still do the old style casting if you have something bound here and cast it against a person. I'm assuming you'll just cast it now. I don't know if they're putting a classic casting button in or not. I'd probably not recommend going all the way to 50 because a lot of what the game is won't scale that high in normal. Okay, let me go and let's start with Gloomwald and see if Kuba's floating around here. He's probably in here somewhere. But I don't mind looking around weird areas like this for stuff. Now that I can't give advice on because I don't play the Crucible at all. I don't even use it for, I don't even use it for like doing a little power leveling and going in the game or getting devotion and going into the game. I did play the Crucible recently because I was like, oh, my battle mage could probably handle the Crucible really easily. And yeah, he handled the Crucible really easily. I still haven't done like Gladiator yet with him, but I'm not going back into the Crucible ever. So I can't give advice on it. It's like hardcore. I can't really give honest advice on it. It's boring. It's obscenely boring. Well, Kuba's afraid of me. He could be right. He might be right here. He has not a lot of spawn points, but he does have quite a few. Also, going in here, we're going to kill some barrel helm guys, and that'll help me farm that up a bit. Because I do want to get their Nemesis maybe done today. No, he wouldn't be here. What am I talking about? I think he might be up here. Yeah, through this log. Oh no, I stopped doing that. Because even though they added more enemies, they made more enemies freezable in the X-Pac areas. Oh, no, wait, where is he? I mean, I know he didn't show up, obviously, but it's like... I'm thinking of a different area where he can show up. So I'm a little confused. I might be thinking of right here. Because I fought him there on stream once. Yeah, they spawn every time. What the hell is this? I wasn't even paying attention where I was walking. This is so weird. Oh, there's spoils in here. I'm like, what's going on? I'm also really annoyed that I have, like, enemies coming after me in here. That, like, see me... Okay. I'm used to logs that attack me and are wall vaginas. It didn't spawn here. Yeah, anyways, it's not that they always spawn in the same points. They always spawn when you load the game up, and all the points are fixed. There's just a shit ton of them for everyone. So you have to you kind of end up learning where the Nemesis spawns are. They can always surprise you sometimes. Hey, Parth. Exactly. Fabius and the Iron Maiden or Xantaran have fewer spawn points. But they also have worse gear drops. Nope, I haven't seen him yet. I started a little early tonight, though. Haven't seen him, Yukari, or Clobber. Papa Cabra? Yeah. I'm searching for Kubo Cabana. Hey, Pikachu-sung. I figure since on Tuesday I went for the other ones and I did all 3 roguelikes, I'll go for the 3 in the new areas, and then try to get Reaper of the Abyss farmed up. That's gonna be a little boring though. No, I can do it. This guy's beating Kubo already. Think I maybe died once. Yeah, Zach, he came around a little bit. God damn it. I was like, that better not be a healer up there. And guess what was up there? Yeah, I've beaten all the Nemesis spawns with this guy. Except Xantaran, obviously, because, you know, he is in the order. I mean, I don't think anything happened to Zach. I think he just wanted to play games less. That was some weird frame rate droppage just then. I have, but not to the point where I could farm up Xantaran. I have a couple characters that could go and do it. I was thinking maybe the Mage Hunter. I might do that tonight too. Hey, Yukari. I might do the Mage Hunter a little bit tonight. Yeah, so my food tonight, just to reiterate, for anyone that's missed it, is Virgil's Real Cola. Real Cola. Ingredient list. Carbonated water and unbleached cane sugar. So essentially it's got that soft sweetness instead of the hard sweetness of high fructose corn syrup. Some decaffeinated cola nut. Clove bud oil, vanilla, caramel color, cinnamon, nutmeg, cassia oil,
Hi there.
orange and lemon oils, and lime juice with phosphoric acid. Hey, Domundo, thank you for the follow. So it's very smooth. It's sweet, but it's got that citrusy taste. Also very earthy. Hey, Presidians. And it's really delicious. It looks like beer because it's a brown bottle, but it's not. I don't actually drink alcohol, too. Commons are okay. I prefer fighting them over the order 9 times out of 10. I don't do any form of drug. I have never done any form of drug. The closest thing I get to that is what? Caffeine. I don't like it. I don't know if he actually spawns in this little cave here, but we're gonna go down here anyways. Hey, gooey. Yeah, I don't need to try something to know I won't like it. Like, I don't even like the way I feel physically from taking a sip of something alcoholic. Nah, I don't think he can spawn down here. We'll kill the big old crab, though. Big old crab that actually deals quite a bit of damage. Okay, we're getting quest item drops now. I don't think he has a special chest or anything like that. Let me head back over here, because we've gone through pretty much all of Gloomwald and... There's like this chunk he might be in. Run that. I might run over here. Let's run over there real quick. Gotta check all the corners now. And my... Oh wait, let's check this corner too. My feeling is, if I don't like alcohol, why would I like anything else that's like alcohol? Or serves a similar function? Yeah, he only shows up in the expansion areas. All the new Nemesis do that. You know what I fucking meant, Parthenox. I don't need to start going through this like, let's let's dissect every word in a sentence. Well, you know, really, they're actually going to be opposites of what they do because this does blue, blue, blue. Oh, there he is. This does blue, 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 and this does blue, 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 and no. No. It's all the same crap. Just throwing that out there. It's all the same crap. It serves the same function, even if it has a different effect. So I'm just nipping that one in the bud right there. Oh man, that was close. Take 2 more steps this way, you big dummy. Oh. I got breath attacked. No, I gathered you were being pedantic. Is this... I've streamed in button downs before. I forgot he had the breath attack, honestly. Yeah, I've worn button downs in stream. I'm actually planning on doing it more. I just have to go get more. What the hell is going on right here? There are like enemies underground. No, hang on just one sec. There were like enemies that spawned underground right there. Okay, I'll do better this time. This is mostly going to be me watching for the breath attack. There it is. This one should get one next. There's that one's. That was me nullifying myself, by the way. There's nothing you have to worry about on Kuba to nullify, and you can't nullify Nemesis spawns regardless, so it's pointless. But I did it right there because I knew I had a lot of debuffs on me, and I'm like, I want to get this off me right now. Yeah, see, they really, really toned down his healing. His self-heal. Impervious of Scorched Runes might be something to keep. Neat. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Hey, Loris. Oh, yeah, go for it, Loris. They're doing an update tomorrow. Monsters under your bed. I don't disagree with you on that, Loris. Disintegration from Diablo 3 is, I think, a way more awesome ability. It's a two-hand ranged weapon. Hey, Healy Cup. The patch isn't out yet. Yeah, I know there's a disintegration in this game. But I think he was talking about the disintegration ability in Diablo 3. That could be really interesting. That's one hell of a snug you got there, Loris. I need to put that in the commands panel, by the way. Oh, also, Parthenax, you should probably turn the hand, like, make the hands opposite so the fire's pointing towards the name. Like with the tentacles. Alright, let's go ahead and empty our inventory. Then we will head after, I guess, Alexander next? Since he's the harder of the two... yeah, he's the harder of the two to find. I'll be able to dedicate more time to it. So we pulled Vindictive Flame on that one, which isn't bad. But it's a Vitality, which is bad. I'll keep it. That might be... this is going to sound funny. That might be an okay... oh no, it's not even good for Defilers. God damn it. Screw it. Get out of here. Oh yeah, that was a toned down Kuba, by the way. Toned down Kuba next to buffed Aether Ray means I actually can deal with him. He's not toned down by that much, though. I mean, I died to him, so there's that.
Got something you need, Stash?
Uh-oh.
I'll keep an eye on.
Yeah, good job on the snug command, Parthenox. Slip the hands around, too. See you, Raiden. Thank you for coming. What's that, Bale? That's a good question that I have no answer to. Oh, Turnox is here. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to even go look for Turnox? And it's like, oh no, he was right here this whole time. Turnox was in my heart all along. I know Alexander can spawn in this room. That's the only reason I was checking it first. I was hoping to get Luki. Shard of Eternal Flame mythical. I don't think so. If it's an amulet, it might have a craft. Let me see. No, I don't think I got it at all. Maybe that's the gaming universe's way of telling me where I should be living. There you go, Parthenox. You want the love command or the snug command, Clobberfrog? Both? Okay. Ouch. I don't actually overclock my computer. I just thought it was still pretty... I just thought it was a pretty cool sounding name. In college, there was a web design class that you were required to take. And, in my department, you were required to take a web design class, and everyone had to make a website. So you had to go to GoDaddy and, you know, pick a name, and then like your project at the end was you had to have a website up and running. So I was mulling over the names I could potentially go with. I don't even remember any of the other ones. And I was like, well, I like wolves. I like computers. I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have the concept of, wow, that was a lot of stuff in this room. I thought it'd be cool to go with the concept of, like, overclocking. Because of what the definition of overclocking is. And I was like, just wolf overclocked. There, done. Teacher loved it. I got an A in the class, but then again, everyone got A's in that class because the teacher believed that since you're paying, you should just get an A if you're paying and showing up. He was a cool teacher. I have no college debt left because I went to college from 2002 to 2006. So That was right before, like, there was a spike in the cost of college in America. It was, like, right at the start of that spike. So, I avoided most of that. I paid off my student loans about 2 years ago. I've already mentioned I'd actually go back for a different type of degree if I could. But college is too damn expensive. I also don't have the need right now to overclock my current computer. I mean, I got a Core i7 going on. I don't think that really needs any form of overclocking to be good. Right now I just need a better graphics card and maybe a solid-state hard drive. It's not, like, paying for college isn't a bad thing, really, because it lets you opt to pay more to get, like, I think I was shooting that cart there. The theory is you could opt to pay more at, like, a private school, which is what I went to get a better education. But the problem is there isn't much of a difference between private and public. The problem also is that public colleges community colleges have ramped way up in their costs as well. And Necroset specific. No, there's no specific set drops except the Creek set. The Creek set is going to be for Battle Mages and Death Knights, definitely. You might be able to run it in the Spellbinder setup, but I doubt that. Yeah, so I've seriously considered that. I want to point out one thing. So we got a Behemoth here. Freezable. For me, doing something like that, like crossing the pond, would be less about the move itself or the language barriers, whatever, I don't care. Freezable. It would be more about finding employment. Titans and Behemoths are freezable now. I don't, but I do have that. I do have that as my graphics card. 970 T2 or whatever it is. With the advanced cooling system that's 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or no, what was it? 60 degrees Celsius or something like that? I don't remember the exact number. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be worried about the language barrier. It would actually be finding a job. No monkey, but there is a new crafter for doing the above 75 stuff. I could run and point him out real quick. Even though I've already run past where he is. Or she is. I think it's a she. Oh shit. Okay, we want to run away from this real quick. No, we're tactically repositioning, not running away. Because of that. What's the helmet? Is it one of the like ascended cowls? So those I think you can get off of the various and sundry things in this area. Oh, I was like, why is there so much shit on the ground suddenly? You know, run and show, for Monkey RX, I'm going to show where the new crafter is. Okay, what's the helmet it requires for crafting? She's over there. And you make your way around to this little wall you break away. I think I'm gonna look up the Flesh Warp Tome? She's in the game currently. But yeah, you use your newer crafting mat things to make stuff. So let's say I want to go for armor. We got the Mythical Life Blaze Mantle. And this will add on a tiny bit of either offensive ability, defensive ability, or health regen. So it looks like maybe that came with the health regen. That's an interesting item too. Yeah, she's part of Barrowhelm's questline. Alright, Mythical Necrolord's Gaze. Fleshwarp Tomes? I have one on me. Fleshwarp Tomes drop off of the enemies in this area. Energy regen, I believe you need Duncan for that. But you can't get it on like a legendary craft. It's only on normal crafted stuff. Yeah, Fleshwarp Tomes, they drop off of the stuff in this area. You might actually be able to buy one off of this guy. You can also buy them here. Yeah, or you buy them off of Hiram here. I'm taking so little damage because my armor is pretty high. My DA isn't bad. I obviously have all my resistances maxed. And I am rotating Mirror Varactes as much as I can. The build you posted earlier. I'm going to have to relook at that. Oh yeah, do I have like 200 health regen? Close to 200 health regen can help. Oh, the Aether Force. Oh, right. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I was kind of thinking of doing the same thing, but with Tremor and working in Bone Harvest. Obviously with a two-hander. Excuse me. I've actually just gone past the 3 areas I usually try to hunt Alexander down on. Ill Omen is actually pretty good. I don't know if you can spawn anywhere near this. Nope, I don't think so. I don't think I'd go over 12 with it, though. Because the thing about Omen is, like, it's a... Whoops, I didn't mean to do an O. Okay, let's start over from the beginning on that one. He might actually be right there, because that might have been an Alexander meteor instantly killing me. Okay, your fat asses are in my way. You can stop any time now. More quest items just lying around. I want to see what's over here. Yeah, there he is. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on. I'm like, where's the big green meteor of death? Oh, there we go. Apparently it wasn't that much death. Cause I'm mistiming now. Okay, I really need like the bullshit I know that's following him to not be following him anymore. So let's go over here. And clean up his shit while we're over here. Alright, where'd you go? There you are. I'm annoyed on this one, actually. Because he's in, like... Because that point in the map, he's embedded in, like, 2 giant mobs. And I have the choice of mirroring the damage from the giant mobs or trying to hold off for his meteor. And I just want to make sure I'm not in, like, a fight that's a different fight. Okay. Okay, sure. I'm annoyed at how many times I died against him.
Come see what's left of my wares.
I'm also annoyed I got bad pants off of him. Hey, Cold BM. No, I got Kuba pants. I think I just flipped them. Either accidentally or... I maybe just didn't see anything good on them. I should have set them aside in case they were the pants of his I didn't have.
Iron well.
Because I know I have
Safe storage.
that pair of Alexanders already on this guy. I'm curious about their shoulders.
On this. Looking for a new you?
Because Defiler is one of those things... Oh, God. They're candles. Or cauldrons. I carry my soup on my shoulders.
I'll keep your stash safe. I'll hold on to that for you.
Well. Is that a new voice line? That's just very loud, and I don't think I've ever heard "another will take my place." Like, ever in this game. Okay. Is the secret door in the Tomb of the Herald Mathis quest, secret quest related? Because I still have yet to do the full secret quest. I got really annoyed at it. So I just decided not to do it. I'll get around to it when I have to go make a video for it. $500 deaths? That's so pedestrian. What the hell's the little green one? See you, Gilstein. My Witch Hunter had like 6k and he could handle ultimate. Yeah, at level 80 it was fine. Now I would definitely recommend having much more. Oh, there he is. Grav Aethel, the Void Drinker. Let's clear out as much crap around him as we can. Hopefully he won't see the ruckus and come a-running. Hey. I just realized what's going on here, and I don't like this at all. Oh my god, I don't like this. Oh no. Ouch. Oh no. I'm so happy that, however, that I am an Arcanist and have friggin' Mirror of Arachtes to get the double, where I can just make myself, you know, invincible. So I don't have to deal with the double void, double like void debuff bullshit nonsense these guys are doing to me. Take half my health away off the top. Oh god, I just realized what was happening. Fuck. I got hit by his debuff balls. So what was going on there? Yep, nullified, and then the second one hit me and killed me. Because you gotta have two of those together, right? That can do that. Anyway. Like I was saying, there was a Void Oppressor there. And Gravithal and the Void Oppressors. Sounds like a really bad band name. They reduce your max health. So I had 2 of those debuffs on me at the same time. So I effectively lost half of my health during that. And I was like, I'm so glad I'm an Arcanist where I can pop, you know, Mirror and, you know, make myself immune to damage for 3 seconds, and I can kind of chain it together a lot. Like that. Yeah, that was the nerfed down. That was the toned down version of Gravathul. Oh, I'm glad I fought him up there, because we have this nonsense here. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jin. It's like, ancient... Oh. Of the wolf. The Gravathul pants I got. Got an amazing prefix. Horrible suffix.
Got something you need stashed?
I also didn't... Okay, I have a copyable, so it doesn't matter about throwing away that one Koopa. Kuba.
Eye on this.
Pair of pants.
See anything you like?
Yeah, I think it might be out soon, TM. And then the legendary I got was the Invoker's Shocking Touch. I might have this full set now.
Iron well spent.
Oh yeah, Parthenox mentioned something kind of funny that happened. I don't know if I want to share it, though. Publicly. I may reference it in the future, though. They put out a build that, I guess you would refer to as the shit hitting the fan on it.
I'll keep an eye on this.
Oh, let me take a look, Sarah. Are you... Yeah, the Tuesday night they pushed the updated patch out to the playtesters, and the textures loaded in properly. So I loaded in my character just to look at it, and he didn't have pants. He instead had like this like checker neon green and red going on. I mean, at 31, there isn't really much to worry about. Um, like, I don't think you really need Mark of Torment until, like, 50s, maybe even a little later when you get closer to Elite. So you're safe there. I mean, if you want to speed level faster, you can make Electra's 12 out of 12. And I'll just kill the entire screen over and over again. Nah, if you don't feel like you need to. There really is, it really is up to you and how you feel with the character. But 30 isn't that difficult to level. I mean, if you're on like veteran, you could drop down to normal too. Is it? I think I have it.
Your stash safe?
No, I have the closed fist.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Let me look at the open hand then. Oh. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, if you think Aether Ray is not dealing enough damage or you can't sustain it, then yeah, you can switch to the Panetti. Like, like that early in the game, it's really up to what you feel comfortable running. Like, there isn't a preset way to run through low game, like the lower end game. I don't think with my Spellbinder I was using AAR at that point. I think I was still blowing things up with Electras. Oh, maybe I did have it at like a couple points. And I just killed all the trash mobs with Electra's Flash Freeze on normal. And ran through as quick as I could. Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be back in a second. I'm back. These are cinnamon twists, by the way. Sort of flaky, crunchy snack food. There's not a lot left. Yeah, so I have to build this up still on this guy. So I think I'll run a little bit of that tonight. While talking. I don't have this build up yet, Cold BM. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people just put that out there. Just exclamation point build. Not anymore. I used to. It's still really good though, and I do recommend it if you can get it. I just found Ultos much better. I think my Spellbreaker is over there in that build list. You okay there, Clobber? Are you still sick? Get every last bit of that cinnamon out of there. Oh, look at that. Well, luckily, Sarah, you get the Siphon Soul's ability. Having a heart in 2017. Don't you know love is dead? Happiness is gone from the earth? Don't you know that the only thing that matters in 2017 is winning? It doesn't matter what it is, just you have to win. If you aren't winning, you're a loser, and losers get nothing. Remember, that's the lesson to all the kids out there. Doesn't matter how hard you try. What you learn, who you love, who loves you, nothing matters but winning. I don't know if I'm layering sarcasm into my voice enough. What do you mean fall off, Sarah? Do you mean diminishing returns on your point investment? Or do you mean as an ability you might not have a lot of points invested in that you're using to level up or something? It actually is a really good level up ability. What, are you looking for secret commands? Do it. It's now... Oh, beat me to it. Yeah, the command still exists. It's just differently named now. Yeah, I don't know if you were here the other day, Loris, but I said if I ever make partner, if and when that happens, I'm gonna make an Asmodan emote specifically because he's such a horrible, yet hilariously horrible character. Yeah, there's gonna be viable Death Knight gear. They're taking and modifying the Krieg set so Death Knights can use it too. I mean, Death Knights can use it now and work really well. It's just it was a natural thing to do.
See anything you like? See you around.
TPO. The expansion Nemesises, they are Gravathol, Kubacabra, Alexander, and Reaper of the Lost, I believe is the one for Barrowhelm. And, I fought 3 of them already. I fought Alexander, I fought, Gravathol, and I fought Kubacabra. Now I'm just going to do some random farming for the Barrowhelm Nemesis. I don't think we'll get it tonight. I'm only going to go for like another hour. Because I wanted to start a little early. And then just end early because of it. No 5-hour stream tonight. Though I am considering doing a double tomorrow. To play some Endless Space and then some Grim Dawn. I might just play Grim Dawn after dinner as usual. Yeah, Ravagers if you're an ally with Barrowhelm. Yeah, for me, it's not so much that Asmodan's a cliche. It's just that he is supposed to be Hell's master strategist, and he tells you every single thing he's going to do, and exactly how you should beat him. What, Benjar? He's in the vanilla game. He's in the base game. Because the Ashes of Malmoth, the new Nemesises can't spawn in the base areas. Likewise, the old Nemesis spawns can't spawn in the new areas. So they had some Chthonics in here, and they decided to keep things equal between Aetherials and Chthonics, and they put in Gravathol for Chthonics, because the Ethereal Vanguard is essentially Ethereals. I mean, yeah, Benjar still exists. Like I said, in the base game. As does Valdarin. Yeah, and Growlithe was way more difficult than Benjar. Benjar's practically a DPS test. Even though I did die against him. I mean, I shouldn't shit talk him because I did die against him the other day. But that was more my own mistake than anything. I rotated Mirror of Rocktease wrong and it threw me off the entire time from thereafter. Excuse me for yawning so much. Yeah, they'd never remove content like that. No, I don't like the Crucible, so I don't even bother with it. I think every time I've done a text build, I put a little section in that says the Crucible. Don't know, don't care, don't play it. No, I don't play it because it's boring. Yeah, don't go YouTube commenty on chat. Is that Willato? Your name's spelled forward and backward. I'll refer to you from now on as Wilt. So welcome, Wilt. What skill's the laser? That's Albrecht's Aether Ray. It's a high energy cost. Now it's high damage. Channeled attack.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. See you around.
Arcanists are really awesome. They're one of my favorite classes in the game. I think I only dislike one of the combinations with it. Okay, we got over 1,000 on that. That's not bad. Like AR Fiend already. I don't feel that I need that. Oh god, the frame drop. Frame rate gone. I normally don't complain about that in certain areas. That just happens there for me all the time. And I don't know that it'd be necessarily more DPS than Arcane Bomb, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's called my graphics card kind of sucks, even though it's a 970. That's Grim Dawn telling me to go buy like a 1070. I prefer to think of it as a death ray more than an anime ray. Oh, yeah, I do have the game set to I have everything set pretty high except for shadow. I think shadows are still like on medium. There's an ultra setting for shadows now. Oh, I do have things set to medium. Okay. Yeah, because shadows you can do ultra now. If you really need to. I don't think I could handle it while streaming. Yeah, lifesteal is really build dependent. In that, if your build doesn't have weapon damage, you don't have to depend on it. It's part of the reason I don't go for something like the Fiend with this guy. Because I have 0% lifesteal. Nor would I bother picking it up for Albrecht's Aether Ray. Even though I got something that reliably procced weapon skill, weapon damage skill, I wouldn't want to rely on that. Sorry again. I'm apparently more tired than I thought it was. Okay, Jin. Thank you for coming. If you're really heading off. I'll probably see you tomorrow. So I'm going to stream tomorrow, definitely. As per usual. Oops. Good night, Jin. You need to be a member of Kaiman's Chosen, and you have to get Kaiman's Chosen to Honored, I think, before you can, I think, even go in the secret area. If you can get in the secret area of that place, there's a torch that you have to flip. I don't know if you can't get in the secret area unless you are a member of Kaiman's, or if you, you just can't activate the coffin at the end. I would say in the Nightblade, I overcap my main ability. Whatever it is. Overcap execution. If you're... overcap lethal assault. And... overcap Shadow Dance if you can get even numbers of points above its cap. So you can get it to like 14, 16, 18. If you can get it to 14, 16, 18, it's worth it, because that's more percents. Oh, did the update go through? Am I going to be reading patch notes soon? Yeah, but anyways, Tomb of Korvac. It is related to a quest. That area in the back. There is a torch that opens it. And... No. There's a secret area in there. The secret path is unrelated to Tomb of Korvac.
Safe storage. No questions asked. It's safe with me. Promise.
I might have said the words secret path as in it's a secret path, like not the literal secret path. It is a different secret path. Hey, look at that. Patch Notes Live. Oh man, we get to do a patch note stream. Let me go get some water. I'll be back in a second, guys. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna see if I can't get this done in an hour. One point 0.3.0 patch notes. Patch note overview. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to exit Grim Dawn real quick. Oh, excuse me. That probably was audible. Yeah, the AAR patch. I shall henceforth refer to it as the AAR patch. Okay. Yep, I will post the link. Oh, someone posted a link. Here's the link. Okay. F11 for full screen. So, since I'm dividing this up for YouTube, I'm going to say, hey everyone, welcome to the patch notes for version 1.0.3.0. So this is a very, very long list of patch notes. As you can see, there's a lot to cover. I'm not going to cover every single detail. I will be going over these, yeah, for everyone. Clobber just got it. So, I will be going over these and trying to hit the important points. I don't need my headphones for this. And in going over these, I will give you my insights from what I gleaned while playing it. So, new major features. Major new features is what's listed. I prefer putting the word new in front of my major features. Anyway, so the casting mechanic has been changed. So now when you throw out a spell, when you throw out an ability, you don't walk up to where you're targeting, to where the max range of the ability is, then use the ability. Now you just throw the ability. It's a massive improvement. You can toggle it back to classic if you want. I would suggest not doing it and getting used to it. Because what this means is you can essentially control your character more precisely. Because now you move up to where you want to go and then you throw the ability. It's no longer you move where you want to go, then you hit cast, and your character moves where they want to go and then throw the ability. It's a huge improvement for just the flow of the game, and it feels a hell of a lot better. They're also implementing some controller stuff. I haven't played with that at all. I don't have any desire to play with that at all. I'm fine with them doing that, though. Just giving more access to a controller. Thank you for the follow, Egelix. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you'll just throw it at the wall now. Essentially, there's no movement associated with casting any ability. Now you actively have to position your character. That's a huge improvement, though. Because it lets you position where you want or need to be to use your abilities. It also means something like stutter stepping is a lot easier. It means Calidor's Tempest actually works a lot better. Hey, Wrecked by Protoss. It's live now. These patch notes are live on the forum. They were posted not even 10 minutes ago. Clobber just downloaded the thing, and I'm like, oh, are the patch notes up? Here they are. So we're reading them right now. They're hot off the presses. Okay, so the Crucible. Ashes of Malmoth, monster infrequents, and rare materials can now drop in the Crucible. Mod tools, that's stuff for modders. Art. So this is another one. I didn't mention this, but it might have been obvious if you were paying close attention. Male and female models have been visited by a tailor with major tweaks to numerous armor models and textures. All shoulders have been resized to better fit torsos with improved tighter alignment and numerous texture tweaks for improved color and brightness balance. All feet have been resized to better fit legs with improved proportions, several feet textures tweaked as well. Tweaks to several helmet models textures to improve color or brightness. Hang on a second. This will probably just help everyone reading at home too. So I will make sure chat doesn't overlap, or at least try to. Several tweaks on leg armor for improved color balance, and several tweaks of misc, shields improved for normal. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, they made the characters look better. And you might have noticed this in the menus in Grim Dawn when I was like sitting there looking at my sorcerer. Because I was sitting there and I was like, should I mention that it's changed? Because nobody actually pointed it out. That his shoulders are now smaller and tighter to the body. The feet are leaner looking, less clunky. It just looks a lot better. Animation. Fix a discrepancy between pickup speeds with different weapon types. So pickup speeds are now equal across all weapons. Tech. Fix the bug with extra pets would follow a player incorrectly. They added Ultra Shadows. I mentioned that earlier in the stream. Fixed an issue with Force Wave that would cause the game to crash in combination with certain abilities, converting its damage. Fixed the bug with illusions not saving properly if the character is equipped. Devotion Reclamation will now use Aether Crystals from the stash if none are present in the inventory. That's a quality of life thing. Oh. Patch notes again. Let's see. Veteran game showing Steam browser. Skill cooldowns not showing status icons on client. Okay, multiplayer crap. This doesn't look like anything that important. It's just little things. Yeah, so the game. So, perform the tuning pass in various Ashes of Malmoth encounters across all difficulties as well as monster scaling levels at 85+. Overall, incoming physical damage should be a little lower. So basically, this is what I was talking about when things are retuned a bit. They toned down the damage. Just the physical damage. So it's going to work a lot better. See you later, Gwee. Thank you for coming. So the Potion of Clarity buff cannot be dispelled anymore. Target dummies are now in the Sewer hideout and the Malmoth hideout. They're up the stairs and are... I should have kept the game open to show some of these. Forums are overloaded. Uh-oh. Guess I'm not refreshing this page. Oh, we're going through them. I know the Malmoth ones, they're up the stairs that are right next to your shared stash. Sort of like here are the two... Like, here's the stairs... right there. Here are your two respeckers and transmuter. They're up here. They're sort of northeast of the stairs. It's the most important. I'm going into this because it's the most important update, obviously, in all of this. Adding missing quest resolution for Hargate's notes. Take a look around the Fleshworks. Reduced infamy gained with the beast faction per kill. So you don't gain infamy as fast as beasts. You increase the faction gain with the outcast faction. Adjusted the damage and healing of the beast Nemesis, particularly in its split form. Reduced its maximum health. It can no longer spawn inside dungeons. So that's Kuba's nerf. They just reduced the damage and healing it does. Adjusted the damage and the oppression aura of the Ashes of Malmoth Chthonic Nemesis, Gravathol. Slightly reduced the speed and duration of its homing annihilation orb. And reduced its frequency of its charge ability. Easier to run away from. Easier to deal with. Its nullifications. The aura is a little lessened. Though, of course, I fought Gravathol next to another oppressor and had double aura, but whatever. Updated the projectile effect for the Arcane Hero archetype Dispel Bolt to be much more pronounced. Slightly reduced its speed. Didn't notice that when I fought Arcane guys, but whatever. They're not that bad. So they added a bunch of shortcuts to the Derpidon Lair, the Black Sepulchre, Hargate's Laboratory, and the Tomb of Korvac. So you'll be able to just get out of there instantly and back on the overworld map. The Wraith of Ugnenbog quest is now completed for all players that are in the same task in multiplayer. Okay, when the Mighty Lord of Spirits turned in. Fixed an issue with Richter's Thanks quest could become stuck if the player also previously completed the Gloomwald stash quest. Players previously affected by this can unlock access to the Malmoth stash by visiting the sewer hideouts with the affected character. This will unlock the stash and grant you access to the chest inside. I didn't have to deal with that. Hey Slysdale, long time no see. We have a Nightbot now. And I have my emotes getting approved, hopefully soon. Actually, let me check that real quick. Nope, still not approved yet. Okay. Yeah, I never had issues with that, but I mean, whatever. I had issues with this. The glue mold stash quest being impossible to start on another difficulty. The quest now begins from a quest item which drops from the same area as the lore note previously did. I had troubles with that one, so that one was fixed. Fixed an instance where the Fleshworks dungeon door would remain closed after destroying the vents across multiple sessions. Fixed... Actually, that one happens to me. Or this happened to me when I went back down there. Let's see. Fixed the case for the Barrow Home faction quests, where Tyvold's quests became impossible to turn in. Players stuck on these turn-ins can speak to Tyvold to complete the quests. Fixed Bellefold being able to craft random legendary accessories. Whoever asked about that, she can now craft random legendary accessories. Oh, excuse me. Luna Volgo's monster and frequency dropped from Grobother. Okay, little thing there. Fix over bounties providing incorrect instructions. Fix an issue with the revered champion. Ooh, thank you for the subscription, Slysdale. It means a lot. I'm working towards partner, by the way. They now have these stream summary things, and the only step I need to do is up my viewership. What's the max number of stashes? You mean stash pages? Because I think it's 5 or 6. Oh, these stashes I'm talking about are quest stashes, as in hidden stashes, not your stash. I think it's only 2 hidden stashes. Where was I? Okay, fix an issue with the revered champion achievement being impossible to complete. Fix an issue with the unequaled slayer. Okay, achievement fixes, which I think I was affected by one of those. Mad Ramblings being impossible to complete. The player dropped the thing. Restarted the session. Okay, fixed an error there. Afterfall not being able to craft legendary shoulders. Guardian during summons, generating no threats. Ogrim now correctly takes a break from all the fighting after a living factory quest and returns to resistance base. So Ogrim just goes back to the base after that quest is done. Yeah, my character's armor got jumped way up. I was like, oh wow, he has 19 now. Because he had like 16 on Tuesday. 1,600. Now he has 1,900, and that's a big jump. Yeah, so the disparity between heavy and caster/light armor has gotten a bit too large with the increased level cap, though it won't hurt to bring them closer together at lower levels as well. To address this, all light and caster armor pieces have had their armor values significantly increased. If you find a heavy armor that had its armor increased, or a light armor that did not, please report it as a bug. That's actually brand new. That wasn't in our test patch notes. So they just upped the armor on the lighter armors, which is nice. Dismantling now has a chance to generate Ashes of Mammoth rare crafting materials. The chance increases at level 90+. Increase the overall drop rate of Ashes of Mammoth rare crafting materials. Increase the drop rate of rare items from the Nemesis troves. And slightly increase the drop rate of legendary items. Increase the drop rate of rare item from treasure troves. Treasure troves now have a chance to generate Ashes of Mammoth rare crafting materials at level 40+. Increases at 90+. Huge improvement there. The blacksmith in the Mammoth base will now convert ancient hearts and tainted brain matters to ethereal mutagen, ethereal missives, and Wendigo spirits at a ratio of 6:1 and a polished emerald. That's awesome. You can also convert between all of those with a blacksmith out in the Mammoth outskirts. Okay. Final chest of roguelike dungeons now always drop at least one legendary item on ultimate. Chance of dropping legendary items slightly increased on normal and elite. The chest now always attempts to drop a blueprint on all difficulties. Again, massive improvement to the drop rate and getting blueprints. I actually think running Steps of Torment now is probably your best farming bet when you're not doing the Crucible. Increased chance of dropping legendary items from the gauntlet events in roguelike dungeons, like the Death Room, particularly on Elite and Ultimate, which is nice. Common versions of Monster and Frequents have been removed from the loot pool, as some of these items had unique appearances. A special vendor has been added to Fort Icon that sells various common Monster and Frequents without affixes for collectors and the Illusionist. Haven't visited that thing yet, but I might go do it. Increase the base pierce ratio on common quality swords. Fixed an issue where certain affixes would not appear on items at higher levels. This impacted caster weapons in particular, which had significantly reduced affix pools in 70+. So that was an issue, and they fixed it. I think everyone knew about that issue. Yeah, my DPS jacked way up, and obviously because of Aether Ray, but my armor went up a lot. That was the big thing. Fix an issue where rare cases where armor would lower base level things. Fix an issue with accessories that could drop without affixes. Fix an issue with Monster and Frequency that would drop without affixes. Fix an issue with loot tables that cause certain affixes to appear significantly more than others, like Mending Thorns Tough. Fix an issue with several rare affixes having lower than intended damage. Two-handed weapons. Let's see. Fixed an issue with several two-handed weapons and generated one-handed. Let's see. Rare Veracity. Replaced bonus to Drain Essence with to Reaping Strike. Faction. Fix the blueprint for Wraithguard crafting the wrong item. Faction. Stormbringer of Malmoth. Reduce the lightning damage for pets to 220. Infrequent. Descendant Conduit. Reduce the cooldown. So these are all very specific item things. I'm just gonna like go through these kind of quickly. So they updated the Reaper skill bonuses. Salazar Sovereign Blade. I had one of these drop the other day. It's now a caster dagger. It's vitality based, and it's been retooled a bit. It's actually kind of an interesting thing to go for if you're doing a pet build. Okay, this one is nice. So replace the crafting bonuses for Devil Crossing Blacksmith with % physique. Existing items with the old crafting bonuses are unchanged. So Angrim and Duncan had a tiny bit of physical damage and a tiny bit of elemental damage, respectively, on their crafts. Now they give % physique. This is actually a more recent one. I don't even think I had it in my version of the playtest. Someone brought it up the other day that it's basically useless to have Blacksmith's Craft 5% elemental damage or physical damage. So, yeah, just getting % physique on both is really nice. Relics. % damage crafting bonuses are removed from the crafting bonus table for all relics that could generate them. Instead, these relics can now generate % defensive ability or % crit. All existing relics that remove the bonuses have received a 10, 13 all damage crafting bonus. So yeah. There's the link. Forums might be down. Heads up. Let's see. So yeah, relics just got changed so they don't generate the tiny bits of damage anymore in their completion bonuses. Bane, reduce the cooldown of the skill proc. Dirge, fix missing stances for summoned pets, improved aggression and attack rate. Doom, granted skill now increases applied debuff, blah, blah, blah. Eldritch Pact, granted skill now procced, activate 50% of its chance on attack. I don't know what that one did. Equilibrium now has 5% movement speed. That might be the best amulet for leveling up now. Yeah, Seal of Blades got nerfed. The ability did. Seal of Corruption is just good all around. So the Life Leech is now resistance reduction. Or % Life Leech resistant reduction increased. Excuse me. Massacre. Granted skill now proc. Unleashing a bloody spine that pierces through enemies on low cooldown. Now his Outbreak. Reduce the cooldown and increase the damage on the granted skill. I like that. They were actually toying around making that a proc, and that got complained about rightly. No, they're not. They're not doing an overhaul to the blacksmith at all. That Xantai was in here on Tuesday, and he actually mentioned that. Putting like a search box would be their biggest thing. Yeah, I'm using Nadala's Outbreak too. I was really reluctant to be like to get behind them making that a proc, but them keeping it casted and making it just faster casting I really like that. In terms of cooldown. No, they're not. Zantai said he'd like to do a search function, maybe, but completely overhauling the crafting system would require overhauling the game. Or doing like a Grim Dawn 2 borderline, that amount of work to get that fixed. So, he said it's a known thing, but he doesn't know if they'll be able to work on it at all. But a search box would be like the big thing to go for. Okay, so they reduced the resistance reductions on these 3 items. Sorting bits. Mythical Cowblind Center, fixed item requiring wrong type. Uncraftable, Mass Infernal Truth, uncraftable, blah, 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 blah. Okay, legendary items. Aegis of Legion set. Increase the damage on granted skill, added 10% total speed bonus. Aegis Defender, replace fire with +1 to all skills. Increase bonus. That's not bad. That shield's not bad from what I remember. Let's see. Alagast Stormbringer. Replace the defensive ability mod with reduced resistance modifiers, which is awesome. Added 100% cold delta's Aether modifier for Trojans. That's amazing. Oh my god, I want to try that. They might be trying for a console version, given the controller overhaul. No word yet in like a Linux version. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of doing Alagast set with my Sorcerer as a test build. I might go for it now. Given that it has 10% resistance reduction. And it makes Aether Lightning Trojan Sky Shards. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to give that a go now. So let's see. I'm not going to read every single thing in here. Conduit a blank. Updated many skill modifiers granted by the necklaces to be more powerful. That would be worth looking at. Let's see. Remove erroneous damage. Okay, Dark One's gifts. Made the following adjustments to the skill proc. Remove the physical Aether bonuses and conversion of Aether to physical. Reduce the heal to 7%. So they just focus that set in. Hey, General Chaos Z. Welcome. Dark Blaze set. They redesigned the Dark Blaze set. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I hear it's not bad, thanks to Dickie coming in and saying so. So let's see. So it looks like the Death Guard's just getting tweaked a bit. The Diviner set, I got to look at this. They redid it so it's a Vitality Aether set. And I think it's a little boring now, honestly. It's the same concept. The best thing they did was the helmet now has resistance reduction added to Ill Omen. Otherwise, the set is basically the same thing. And it's a little less interesting to me now that it does Vitality conversion on stuff. Or it does Elemental to Aether. The cold damage will change the Vitality damage. And if I recall correctly, the fire damage is now Vitality damage for Devastation with the offhand. So it's a little less interesting to me as a set. So let's see. Oh yeah, and the Dehe Guard Zantai Dehe Guard. So the Dehe set, they just tweaked it a bit. I don't think they nerfed it at all, but they just tweaked it a bit. Let's see. Dread Knight's Guard and Leg Plates. Bonuses have been redesigned to be physical vitality rather than pets. I'm guessing it's going to be Death Knighty now. Dread Weaver, attack speed, cast speed, Edge of Death, increased attack speed, Edge of Sanity, added missing, physical converted to Aether, Evoker, added that. First cube. Added 100% Aether, dealt as cold modifier to Peneti's replicating missile. That's cool. That's really cool. We can do frost bolts, everyone. Let's see. Gilder's Pulverizer added Pierce to Granado. Girdle's Stolen Dreams replaced Energy Burn with cast speed. So they're taking Energy Burn out of the game, essentially. I believe they've gotten all instances of it, but Energy Burn was kind of a goofy ability even way back in the day. So anything that had Energy Burn is getting that taken away, and they're adding different things in place of it. Guardian of Death's Gates, increase all damage. Gut Masher, replace bleed damage with additional physical damage. Bleed damage is causing a crash. That's funny, just throw that all away so you don't crash anymore. Jackson's Lucky Bullet, fixed chance, so the weapon pool skill will cause a trigger off itself, reduce the weapon damage. Cobra's Set, increase cold damage. Cobra's Hood, increase the lightning converted to cold modifier for Savage to 100%, and increase the cold damage modifier to 35. Okay, that is awesome. It's now just lightning converted to cold, so you can do pure cold savagery. That's going to be awesome for tricksters. You just get to focus on one damage now. One damage type. Yeah, so Krieg's set. +1 to Necromancer has been added to the 4 set. They reduced the flat Aether damage and added all resistance reduction to the granted skill. Essentially, what was going on with Krieg's set is it made weapon attacks obscene. And it still does, just to a lesser extent. This will help out greatly with dealing damage, though. So they kind of just shifted things around a bit. And they're making it a Death Knight and Battle Mage and Spellbinder technically set, but I'd say Battle Mage and Death Knight gain the most out of it. So the boots get +2 to Mark Torment and 7% movement speed, so they actually get movement speed now. Chest Guard is +2 to Spectral Wrath, Grip is +2 to Spectral Binding, Shoulder Guard's +2 to Spectral Binding. So basically the exact skill you want to focus on from the Death Knight combo to get a lot of Aether damage out and get health and offensive ability going. There you go. Okay, Life Blaze Mantle. Replace % Fire with % Elemental, Frostburn, and Electrocute. This is already a case with the mythical version. Nice, Clobber. Let's see. Lights Defender, reduce the armor. Lights Defender, reduce the armor. Mage Slayer's Hood, added 10% crit damage modifier for flames. Morgo. Oh, that's it? I was hoping the Mage Slayer's gloves would get attack speed. Whatever. Morgu's Mortality, added missing cooldown to skill proc. Mythical Aether Reach, added 10% on attack of Aether Cascade. They removed the modifiers for Aether Ray Reap Spirit. Best buff in the game ever. Period. Anyways, Mythical Arcanar. Replace the energy cost reduction with % elemental resistance reduction. Added 70 elemental damage to Force Wave modifier. Yeah, they upped all of the armor on light armor and caster armor. So my sorcerer, when I was playing him, he had 1,900 armor. It's great. Do you think they can ever make gun builds feel like gun builds? How so? I think that's more on a player to make a gun build feel like a gun build, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Physical damage modifiers for the 2 summons. OA. I'm just going to see if I find any notable things in here. Increase the converted physical for reaping strikes. Okay. Increase attack speed. Increase the vitality converted to physical modifier. Okay, so you can do physical reaping strikes with Death Dealer sidearm. There's your Blood Boil. Okay, those 2 were redesigned. That was like the earlier version. Welcome back, Dickie. The old set piece is still going to be the same, or they always change the set pieces. I believe Grim Dawn pulls from its own database for your gear. So it's like there's one database of items that all your gear is pulled from. So it's always changed. I think there's some stuff for crafted gear that can't change because of the way it works. Edge of Death. Attack speed. Replace Primal Strike with Savagery. Gauntlets of Ignifier. Replace Burn modifier with Fire damage. Kelfit Zod. Reduce lightning damage on the proc. Guardian of Death Gates. Increase all damage. Increase all... Okay. Correct skill proc having same issues as the lower level version. Weapon damage. Okay, so the Heart of the Mountain pet's stronger. So the radius for that's been reported now. That scroll up a bit. Placed attack speed with total speed. Hey, that's awesome. Mark of the Dreadblade. It's great for your Battle Mage Spellbinder Death Knight. Most. If it had a 75 version, it'll probably have a mythical version. Stuff from like 82, I think, is the next tier, and up doesn't. Yeah, your current items change. Your current items will change to the new items. The only time it doesn't do that is with like it mentions some relics aren't going to change to the new versions. They're just going to get tweaked because they're crafted. And then some like green items still have legacy variations. They aren't worth keeping anyways. I think I have a legacy officer's sword. I pass around some characters. Oh, it's a big update. It's a big update of small tweaks. Anyway, Mark of Forbidden. Replace chance to cast Toxic Death Cloud. Or add a chance to cast a Toxic Death Cloud. Oh, that's, I think, the ability from before. Maw of Despair. Fix Caladar's Tempest correctly. Grant a 33% reducing enemy damage. Peerless Eye. Reduce the offensive ability. That's good. That's just for the health of the game. No. Well, yeah, yeah. Okay, so if it's an ability that deals just flat damage, it doesn't work. It needs to have weapon damage. So if you're adding flat damage into your weapon damage, it works with that. Let's see. Soulbearer added 100% of kill of Trap Soul proc. That's back. Fix the cooldown modifier for the Rune of Hagarad not applying. Added casting speed. Electrocute modifier. Okay, yeah. So the Stormseer Sapphire, the mythical version, it had like Storm Spread and something else on it that wasn't Albrecht's Aether Ray or Kalador's Tempest related. That's why they added this chunk on, to actually bring the rest of that together. And they added the casting speed on to just help the casting DPS. Oh, the biggest change is the casting. Yeah, that gets added into your weapon. So long as you're doing weapon swings and there's weapon damage on those swings, that's counted. As far as I know. Okay, that got updated values. Trojan Hat now applies its thing properly. Vitality damage to drain essence. Viper Fang gets increased doodads. Nature's Regalia. Fix an issue with the summon pet limit would break for clients in multiplayer. Peerless Eye. Offensive ability reduced. Rage of Agarex. The Arcane Wisps now attack more frequently and apply an all resistance debuff. Replaced their elemental damage with fire damage. Mythic Okay, I've already shown this off. Mm, hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna say I don't know. I don't actually. I don't want to sound mean. I don't actually care that much about a tiny bit of added on damage going for a tiny bit of extra lifesteal. It's so insignificant, you're probably not even going to notice. So, I don't know. We're going in the realms of like, this adds about 20 extra damage on. How much lifesteal does that give me back? And I'm like, it's at the point where it's, I don't know. I don't want to look it up. I don't think it matters. Not to sound like an asshole. I really don't mean to sound mean. I'm just like, I honestly don't know. Get numbers bigger. There. Then you'll get more lifesteal. Get more lifesteal. Then you'll get more lifesteal out of your main attacks. I'm at that point where it's like, this is like a Comic-Con question to like a voice actor about a game. It's at that point where I'm just like, how am I supposed to know now? Sorry, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I really honestly don't know. And I don't care to know. Okay, back to the notes. Mythical Arcane Shard of Agravax. Sure. Corvin. Yeah, 50 flat added to something that deals 50% weapon damage, you get 25 added. That's how that works. And if you have, what, 10% lifesteal, you'll get 2 life per hit. I actually think it's less. But that like I said, that's getting into the point where you're worrying about single digits of... You're just worrying about, like, to me, at that point, you're worrying about single digits of lifesteal, and it's just not going to be that relevant. Anyways, the Arcane Shard, it still has the Aether damage added to Vindictive Flame, and you get 10% armor on top of that. That is added on because it was brought up that the Kalidor's Tempest set didn't give you tankiness. So now it gives you tankiness. So the Codex, they increase the weapon damage modifier for Kalidor's Tempest with it, and you add on Aether Res reduction with it for Siphon Souls. And then you just get health on the mantle. So you get health out of the set now, makes you more tanky. You get armor with Vindictive Flame, makes you more tanky. If you're doing the Necro thing, the Spellbinder thing between the two, that just lets you deal more damage. Let's see. Ravager's Bite, add a missing cooldown to skill proc. Fire and Ice, add a missing cooldown to skill proc. Replace resistances. Percent offensive parts. They fixed Shepherd Lost Souls setup. Same way they did with that other set. Mask of Lost Souls. Added a 1 second cooldown modifier for raised skeletons, so you can summon skeletons faster. Shard of Lost Souls. Replace the +2 Fire Cloud, +2 Hellfire. Added attack speed modifier for summon Hellhound. That's cool. Spell Scourge Bulwark. Added physical damage modifier to Devastation. Spell Scourge Bulwark. Visor. Added -3 second cooldown modifier for Devastation. So Spell Scourge is going to make your Devastations more common. You're going to be able to summon them or cast them more, and they're going to hit harder within that set's gimmick. Let's see. Updated values. Cataclysm. Updated values. Updated values. Added off OA to the set. Vulgars. Replaced or reduced the life leech resistance reduction modifier for Siphon Souls. Increase the thing on the thing. Wrath of Agravax set. That's a repeat. Mantle of Agravax. Oh, this is the normal Wrath of Agravax, not the Rage of Agravax. I mean, you're not wrong, Saru, but I wouldn't worry about it. Increase the thing on the things. That is the official... That's the official subtitle for this patch notes. They're increasing the things on the things. So let's see. We have another set of... Okay, corrected a few weapons that had partial base dot damage that was incorrectly calculated for their level. So these all had corrected damages. Got a question. The Black Legion says you get rep from killing outcasts. What do they look like? Okay, so the outcast, when you go to Fort Icon, there's like that area on the top, the area on the bottom with the rift gate, and that door. In that door is Anastaria. And Anastaria, if you make friends, she's the outcast. If you make friends with her, you get her as a friendly faction, and you can do quests for her, and you get access to her bounty table and her vendor. Now, you can choose to kill her and make her an enemy. In that case, the outcast becomes an enemy faction, and the rest of that area she's in becomes a dungeon you can run through. If you run through that dungeon, you will gain infamy with the outcast as a negative faction, and eventually you can make her into a Nemesis spawn, more or less, because she's the boss at the end. And in doing so, that's how you increase Black Legion rep, by killing things. Now, I almost always make Anastaria a friend, and just not worry about it, because you get a lot of Black Legion rep from doing quests. If you make her a friend, you have to either just do quests to get Black Legion reputation, or do bounties for them. Okay, if you make her an enemy, though, you can farm her for their, for gaining the reputation. But I almost always make her a friend. She's much more benevolent than malevolent. I think the opposite of Barrowhome. Barrowhome seems malevolent to me. I usually make them an enemy. Anyway, yeah, epic items. They added mythical versions of the Eastern Pledge, the Plagueblade Carver, and the Paragon of the Arcanum set. I actually had the blueprints for the helmet for the Paragon of the Arcanum set. It looks really good. And I actually think maybe if you do, because it's a shoulder helmet set, and I think if you equip those with the Invoker set, you actually have a really good core for your Panetti's characters. Yeah, these are the two relevant things here. So the Mage Lord's rings. They reduced the flat Aether damage on both. They replaced the Calidor's Tempest bonus with Inner Focus. They reduced the offensive ability on the other one and replaced the Cadence with +2 to Fighting Form. Because those were out of control if you got a hold of them, actually. Oh yeah, you can do that. You can kill her on normal and elite and then befriend her. That's totally an option. The only reason I do it just on normal is because I know you get her reputation incredibly quickly, too. Black Legion is one of them. I think all of this default allied factions are worth farming for. But Black Legion, like by the time you need to be at Revered with them, you'll probably be at Revered with them, or close to it, just through questing. Because you get a lot of reputation for doing their quests, which are basically the story quests. Okay, all this is pretty standard stuff, but yeah, all they really did was the Mage Lord set, they toned it down from the insanity. I didn't use it on my Battle Mage. I've heard it was really good, and it's still good, but now it's just not, like, overtly good. Okay, components. They reduced the crafting cost for all Ashes of Malmoth components. Ancient Armor Plate now has Armor Absorption. They increased the movement speed on Dread Skulls. Living Armor, the Spear bonus was replaced with Armor Absorption. Mark of Bog Dragon increased the movement speed. Mark of the Traveler increased the movement speed. Sacred Plating replaced the Cutting bonus with Armor Absorption. Seeing a theme with this stuff, Increased damage and armor absorption on sealed blades. Basically, all of these were about increasing or gaining armor absorption to make it easier for non-soldiers to have that. Yeah, Homestead, though, you get rep off of killing beasts, and beasts are one of the most common enemies in the game. Possibly the most common. So the seals were all tweaked. I don't think there's anything major. Seal of Corruption got the Aether Lightning resistance reduction. Yeah, the big one was Seal of Blades. The ability Whirling Blades, they changed it. So now it's an aura. AA on seals? Do you mean RR? The Seal of Corruption, the granted skill has reduced Aether and Lightning resistance. Or I should say Aether and Lightning resistance reduction on it. That Aether Corruption ability, it has 8% on both. I was using it with my Aether Ray guy just now. It's a nice little damage boost. Yeah, so this is basically increasing damages, reducing cooldowns, all that sort of stuff for this. Oh, and Ward Stones now give movement speed. I don't know if I'd ever want to still use Ward Stones. So, class and skills. All pet bonus scaling pets now have 33% resistance to leech life effects. Basically, they'll live a little easier. Oh, AA, yeah. No, I said AA on components. Sorry. I didn't mean seals. I meant components. I don't think there is any armor absorption on any of the seals. There is armor granted by the skill for Seal of Blades, though. And they don't let you put attack stuff on it. Okay, anyways. Devotion. Fixed an issue where attack / crit celestial powers could be assigned to certain buff skills. This was unintended behavior, as buffs are meant to be bound exclusively to hit, block, low health powers. This may have caused your assigned celestial powers to reset. Weapon pool skills. Things like Reaping Strike, Necrotic Edge, Markovian's Advantage, Zohan's Technique, all of the dual blade skills, except for dual blades, that's damage. Anything that has like percent chance to activate on attack is a weapon pool skill. Or is it weapon proc skill? Whatever. It's the same thing. It procs off of you doing basic attacks. Yeah, so this patch, not only is it the things change the things patch, not only is it the AAR patch, it's the movement speed patch. So this is where all of it is, and I'll get to it as we go through. I'm just going to read it quickly. But anyways, yeah, the celestial powers can't be assigned to certain buff skills now the way they could before, aka Seal of Blades, which is correct in my opinion. And I think everyone figured that was coming. So let's see. Increased flat attribute bonuses on all constellations. Some new attribute bonuses have been added to stars that previously had none, or added to stars that previously only had a bonus to one attribute. So yeah, your physique, your cunning, and your spirit now get increased a bit more by devotion. Affliction, they added some vitality decay. Blades of Nadon, they added some flat pierce damage. The bull got movement speed. The crane, they added some reflect resistance for the player. Added some poison and vitality resistance for pets. The eel increased the movement speed a lot. I think that's double what it was before. Horseman's Scythe increased the movement speed. The Jackal replaced attack and cast speed with total speed, which is great. The Jackal is a nice little, like, 3-part constellation. The Lion, the Lizard, Scales of Ukama, all got movement speed. Slow's Witchblade, they replaced the energy burn with fire damage, because energy burn's going away. The Stag has movement speed. Arcane Currents, they increased the damage scaling with rank and added crit damage bonus. Blades of Wrath, increased the pierce damage. Blind Fury, added pierce damage. Elemental Seeker, replaced energy burn and detonate with crit damage bonus. The Fist fixed missing physical damage reduction debuff. Living Shadow increased the damage. Raise the Dead. Summon skeletons now appear closer to the target enemy. Crawl out of the ground much faster. Increase their damage scaling with rank. Spear of the Heavens. Added electrocute damage. Tip the scales. Fixed damage not scaling with rank 16 to 20. Increased damage scaling with rank. We're almost done, actually. So like I said a few days ago, every class got a buff of some kind. Sometimes it was a big buff, sometimes not. We'll go over them real quick. So Counter-Strike fixed an issue with the percent weapon damage part of the skill not dealing its damage. That's just a fix. And Zohan's technique. When dual-wielding guns, now always fires both guns. It's kind of a small bonus, but it's a bonus nonetheless. Because you basically get the double damage thing going on with your double shot. So, Demolitionist. Blast Shield. This is a nerf. It's one of the few nerfs here for classes. The Blast Shield damage absorption scaling was reduced. Mortar Trap. Adjusted energy cost to match similar skills. Ulzin's Chosen. Replaced percent all damage bonus with a percent damage modifier. This is a net gain when stacking high amounts of percent damage bonuses on gears/buffs, as the result is multiplicative. So they basically changed just the way that deals its damage. Some tweaking. Doombolt reduces energy cost. It's technically a buff, guys. Phantasmal Blades. It's live now. No. Deo Mundo, it's not. They took away the ability to put attack devotions on it. It works as an aura now. As all the other defensive abilities work, like Myvan Sphere and all that. So let's see. Nightblade. Phantasmal Blades. Increase the weapon damage scaling at ultimate ranks. 6 projectiles now set at rank 24. Reduce the energy cost scaling with rank. Heartseeker. Reduce the energy cost scaling with rank. Nether Edge. Reduce the energy cost scaling with rank. Increased crit damage scaling rank. With rank to 40%. Okay, increase the crit damage scaling. Frenetic Throw. Reduce the damage penalty. Increase the Pierce converted vitality to 100. So it's just a pure vitality attack now. Reduce energy scaling cost reduction to 50%. On the count of the overall skill energy cost reduce. It's a net buff for Frenetic Throw cost. Ring of Steel now strikes both weapons when dual wielding. So Ring of Steel deals more damage. Phantasmal Blades, you can spam them easier. Yeah, that's Parthenox mentions why. The only reason it was best in slot was it proc Devotion easily, and that's just gone now. Good luck. Have fun. Alright, we all know this bonus, right? No need to go over it. Albrecht's got its energy cost scaling reduced in ultimate ranks. Increased fire damage scaling, all ranks. The vitality damage was replaced by lightning. Increased the damage scaling with rank. Added electrocute damage. Tainted Power now converts lightning into vitality. Velka's Power got a low buff. Attack speed now. In addition to the... cast speed. Kind of super OP now? Nah. I was just playing it, and, like, it's good now. It works now. Is it OP now? No. They just made Aether Ray actually do what it's supposed to do. I will have the guide for you guys this weekend, I think, since the patch is out. I have it recorded. I just have to re-record a little bit. And I might just use some of my newer footage, but yeah. I'll have the guide, both video and text, this weekend. Look how happy I'm just reading the buff. Yeah, I know, right? Which is the most OP class? Soldier and Arcanist. I think those are the two strongest all around. Together, they aren't actually that good unless you get a set. But yeah, still, I think they're the two best. They combine the best, definitely. Anyways, Shaman. Blood Pact. Increase the percent Vitality Bleed, Vitality Decay damage to 104, 204. Add a Vitality Decay duration bonus, equivalent to the bleed duration. Bit of an update there. The Blood Pact. Grasping Vines. Wind Devil. Reduce energy costs. Fix Savagery not working with the conversion item skill modifiers. So yeah, Savagery now converts properly with like conduits. So when you go from level 1 to cap, the soft cap, so like 12, that's your normal ranks. Ultimate ranks would be like the 13 to 22. Mythical Tome of Arcane Waste is good. Mythical Panetti's Replicating Wand's fine too. Anyway, Inquisitor. Arcane Empowerment. Fixed an issue with ranks 19 to 21, giving incorrect bonuses to Elemental Pierce. Reduce Pierce damage scaling with rank. Artifact Handling. Fixed an issue with this modifier not affecting Rune of Calistar's damage as intended. Replaced all damage bonus with % damage modifier. Net gain when stacking high amounts of damage. Same thing with the buff from the... added crit damage bonus. Same thing with that thing for Ulzin's Chosen. Nah, Inquisitor's not most OP. See you later, Yukari. Thank you for coming. Inquisitor's got one really good ability on it. Let's see. Bursting Round increased the physical and fire damage. Death Sentence. Rebalanced elemental damage and removed chance. Elemental damage is now dealt 100% of the time. Flames. Increase the burn damage. Intensify. Increase the lightning damage. Horn. Fixed an issue with this ability not dealing its weapon damage component. Are they going to fix the issue with Horn of Gondir where nobody uses it? Hey, Sino. Ooh, thank you for the subscription. Stop doing what you're about to do. Well, you're going to go way more in depth in it. I'm trying to get it done in the next 10 minutes or so. Oh man, 30k damage. That's like a tick of my Aether Ray. That's impressive. Yeah, and Sino, thank you for 3 months. I promise you'll have an emote you'll be able to use. I have all 3 of my subscription emotes in and just waiting for approval. Hey, Danny. Yeah, the new patch is out. It was out about an hour ago. Is not... Favorite build? My Albrecht's Aether Ray Sorcerer. I don't have a link yet. I'll be posting a link, because I don't have the build, like, in a video yet, and Grim Tools I don't think was updated for 1030 yet. So I'll post a link, bigger. Or, I read who has the biggest pew pew, and I'm like, the word big got stuck in my head. I'll post a link later. My least favorite build, pet builds, or retaliation builds. Let's see. Rune of Hagarod, increased damage scaling. Chill Surge, increased frostburn damage. Increased chance to freeze by 10%. Rune of Calistar, updated visuals on the fragments created by the skill. Ignition, increased the damage scaling with rank. Stormbox increased cast range. Fixed the bursting round. Chill around when not trigger on melee attacks. Oh, okay. So these apparently could trigger on melee attacks. Alright, last little chunk here is the Necro. Yeah, we got through this pretty quickly. So Drain Essence. They increased the Vitality Decay scaling with rank. Sound effects have been updated. Hungering Reach. Added crit damage bonus. Decomposition. Increased Vitality damage scaling with rank. Essentially, they made Drain Essence deal more Vitality damage. Will that make it much better? We'll have to wait and see. I have no idea what the sound effect is like. I'd have to maybe respec my Spellbinder to try it, but yeah, they gave it a buff. I think everyone wanted Drain Essence to get a buff to make it more powerful. I said all 3 channeled abilities. Is it a all 3 channeled abilities, in my opinion, needed buffs. And Albrecht's got a big old damage buff. And it looks like Flames and Drain Essence also got damage buffs, which is what they really needed. But obviously AAR should be like, of the 3 channeled abilities, that one should deal the most damage outright. Because it's single target high damage is all it does. And then Drain Essence lifesteal, so it should probably deal less damage. You can hit groups. Flames can pierce, deals weapon damage. Obviously you want it to hit a little less, because it can hit groups and stuff like that. So yeah, all 3, I think they'll have their roles. I think they'll all work to different degrees. Oh, and they increase the movement speed reduction on Grave Chill. So yeah, I think all 3 are going to be functional now. Especially with the toning down of things in the Ashes of Melmoth content. Excuse me. So yeah. All work. I'd have to really sit down and test the not Aether Rays. But yeah. Okay, so Dread. Increase the vitality damage scaling with rank. Harbinger of Souls. Reduce the attack damage, convert the health by... So they just made it so you don't lifesteal as much. But they added attack speed in. Just like they did with Reckless Power. Yeah, I went through the tuning down of Ashes. They basically just reduce the physical damage the monster attacks deal. They also upped the armor for characters in general. So characters are just more robust now. And they just take less damage all around. Okay, so yeah, Harbinger of Souls and Reckless Power, they both got attack speed in addition to the casting speed they had. That'll help out with the hybridy things that go into the 2 classes. Oh, excuse me. Necrotic Edge. Weapon damage now scales with rank. It didn't before. When dual wielding guns now always fires both guns. Yeah, so Necrotic Edge, and did it happen with Reaping Strike? Yeah, both didn't have their weapon damage scale. So now they actually scale. Let's see. Ray Skeletons. Reduce the vitality damage scaling with ranks. Reduce the physical damage scaling with ultimate ranks. Reduce archer and mage skeleton damage scaling with ranks. Some of this damage has been shifted to Will of the Crypt. With minimal shift when stacking both. Yeah, so they toned down skeleton damage a little bit. But they moved a lot of it into Will of the Crypt. Will of the Crypt. Added flat vitality damage bonus. It just makes you have to invest more in not main skeletons. As them as a damage source. Ravenous Earth. Corrected an error in the skill's scaling that had it stop at rank 22, and now scales correctly up to 26. Reduced the rate at which the skill deals damage, and reduced vitality damage scaling with rank. Fall Eruption. Now has a 100% chance to activate on kill. Damage scaling slightly reduced to compensate. Reaping Strike. It now properly scales with rank, and it does the double gun thing. Reap Spirit. Fixed an issue with the weapon damage part of the skill not dealing its damage. Reduced energy cost, increased vitality, decay damage, and improved wraith attack rate and movement. Increased weapon damage to 100 at 16, 120 at ultimate. Sound effects for the skill have been updated. I think that might solve one of the problems that Reap Spirit had, which was it didn't feel like it did anything. Because Reap Spirit, it really didn't feel like it did. Like, it did virtually not. Like, it did damage, and the Spirit did stuff, but it never felt like it did anything, so maybe it will. So we'll have to take a look at that. Maybe. I still think the skill is going to need a rework eventually. And the rest is just... Oh, Spectral Wrath now has % physical resistance reduction because it needed that, right, guys? Right? We needed to make the Krieg set the meta set now. So welcome to the Death Knight meta in Krieg set. Yeah, these two just had their damage increase, so it hits harder. Yeah, anyways, Reap Spirit, it's probably going to need a rework, like I said. But I think this will solve one of the problems, which was it felt weak and the Spirit felt weak. So maybe this will make it worth it. But yeah, it reminds me of Devastation, back when Devastation was first, was initially in the game, and it wasn't that great. It was like a random damage thing that hit, I think, full screen. So yeah, anyone have any comments about the notes? I think I went over them enough. Yeah, hopefully the Reaper doesn't, like, break the game now. Or, Death Knight doesn't break the game. Reaper looks pretty good. It was already pretty good, but I think it's going to be a little better now. Okay. Ring of Steel is only going to work with both weapons in 1040. So you can look forward to that. Obviously my favorite buff is to Aether Ray, because it's the one I actually asked for, and I got it. So, probably Cadence. It's like the go-to soldier attack. But yeah, I love the casting speed change too. Or casting mechanic change, not speed. It just makes it so much easier to play the game. It's a big improvement to everything in it. I really like it. I can't wait to play a character that stutter steps and actually have it work. They said they corrected that, Loris. But yeah, that still happens a lot. I noticed it happening a lot. Yeah, Blitz, Cadence, Siphon Souls. It's going to be your main rotation on a Death Knight. And you'll have Mark of Torment to make it even crazier. Take the augment off. You should be able to pass it around then. If you go to the inventor areas, you can remove the augments. I would assume or the illusion. You have to take the illusion off too if you have an illusion on it. I would assume they use mythical mind warps. Yeah. I might actually get bored playing. If I had a character like this, I'd probably get bored playing it. No, they fixed it. You can't attach things to... you can't attach things to the... you can't attach attacks to the ability anymore. You can still attach defensive things because it's considered an aura now, like Myvan Sphere and all that. What's using for the relic? Haunt. Okay. I still chuckle that that's an Arcanus thing still. Oh, you can't trade faction items, period. Yeah, dual-wielding Mind Warps works too. I think Sword and Board is still preferred, though. Yeah, so this guy's doing the double seal of blades thing. Let me check what his devotion is, because... Okay, it doesn't have anything equipped, but I would take a wild guess and say that the Twin Fangs used to be on Whirling Blades, or go on Whirling Blades, as would the Arcane Bombs. And then you'd maybe want your Time Dilation on your Cadence, or on Whirling Blades. They got rid of that, though. I don't. Maybe someone in chat does. Yeah, they made it so your stats are going to be better from your devotions. That needed to happen, though, to keep the scaling going into Ultimate. Yeah, this is a Krieg's Death Knight. Someone linked it in chat. I don't think I have a Rocket Jocks. I might. I'm not going to trade the knight, though. My throat's now, Ravager. Speaking of Ravaged, my throat is now dead. So, I can't talk anymore. Yeah, that happens sometimes, Cold BM. Where you get the non-mythical version of a blueprint. That happened to me with the Spellgaze helmet, actually. If something's showing you an increase or decrease of DPS related to conversion, that means something like if you're using Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, say, and you're wanting to convert physical to Aether, that little bit of physical to elemental from Iskandra's is going to affect your DPS.
Hi there.
No, yeah, I know I could throw back something like that. It's just I was just talking for like an hour block straight. I wanted to stop around this time anyways. Thank you for the follow, Karak. Surprised you weren't following me before. Yeah, I'll hop off and probably host Sino. Oh, I can use the new raid command if Sino's on right now. Let me go check.
Hi there.
What? Here, let me read this question, and then I'll raid Sino. Yeah, sometimes it is godsend because they have such a diverse spawn location pool that I think learning 1 or 2 spawn points, checking those, and then resetting is the way to go. Yeah, that can happen if you have conversion elsewhere. It will affect your DPS. All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, Voltaren has a lot. I think Benjar has more though. For me, I go just I'll do a sign off after this. Benjar or Voltaren, I always check the Warden's lab. So I go the Warden's laboratory waypoint and just go kill the Warden. He has like 3 spawn points along the way. If he's not in there, I hop over to the Rotting Croplands and I run towards the Amalgamation. And he has 1, I think, right in front of the Amalgamation's door, and maybe 1 other along the way. And if he's not there, I'll hop up to the gates of the Necropolis, and I sort of go in like this big circle around into the ethereal side, and then I sort of cut across back to the west side, and then down into the west side, because he can spawn all along the east side of the gates of the Necropolis, and then when you come back to the west side, he has 2 spawn points on that side. And if he's not in any of those, there's one other place I check in. You go to the second waypoint in the Warden's area, and then you go back up the stairs right next to the waypoint, and there's sort of an area, a room you can check that's right there that he spawns in. That's his closest spawn point to a waypoint. Those are the places I check for him. If I don't find him there, I just reset when I'm farming him. He's a pain in the ass to farm, though. Not gonna lie. Alright, so I'm gonna try out the new raid command with Sino here. If not, I'll just host him. I'll force the host on him. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I will be back tomorrow at about 5 to 6 o'clock EST. I might start streaming earlier tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. So if I'm on earlier, I'm on earlier, and I'll see you guys earlier. But yeah, I'll be doing more Grim Dawn. So thanks for watching, everyone, again. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, let's see. Raid Resident Sino.
Why? Why is that a thing? Okay, it's fixed. Don't worry about it. It's good. Performed a tuning pass on various